So here we have a video. We have a Natasha St Michael from Raw Radiant Health, and this is my personal comments and criticisms to this video. Question today is, Natasha says she's eating meat and that's fixed her B12 deficiency issues. Can you please comment on this? Well, first comment is Natasha did B12 injections, her levels got jacked right up, then she tested, levels are still high, and she's saying, oh, it's the meat I ate. I don't know about that. Anyway, let's get into detail. Let's start it. Check it out. Watch it. Here's my comments on Natasha's video. So basically we have a video here, Natasha. This is just my comments and criticism. This is nothing personal. So basically we have Natasha saying, I was raw vegan and I got tested for the first time ever in my life. My B12 was low. Which means nothing. It means nothing. Your B12 could be going up. It could be going down. Natasha's got a history of smoking, Crohn's disease, surgeries, stress, things like that. These all things play a role in lowering your B12 levels. Another thing we've got to remember is that Natasha's now saying after 1 year of animal products, my B12 levels have gone up. Yeah, here's the thing, she did B12 injections.
I took a few injections.
So doing B12 injections gets your levels jacked right up. Okay, 100% of the time that jacks your levels over 1,000. I've seen people's levels go up to 3,000 after injections, and then it will come back down. So Natasha's got her levels right up. They're on the way down now, and she gets tested like a year later. She's like, wow, the animal products are working. My body's absorbing them. Yay!
And I'm happy to say that my body is absorbing it. And
it's like, no, Natasha, here's the reality. You did the B12 injections, you got levels jacked up, they're going down. Animal products do jack all for B12 levels, because if they did, then only people who didn't eat animal products would have B12 issues, which is not the case. B12 deficiencies can occur across the board. Also, another thing, Natasha, is you want to look at your homocysteine levels and your urinary MMA. Because I'd put money on it, you're still B12 deficient. I mean, even your B12 serum is 370, and you even say that that's too low.
And the level went from 86 to 376. Now, 376 is not very high. It's, from most standards, it is at a normal range. I'd say North American standard and some European standards and even Asian standards is that if it's above 200, you're at a normal range. Now, in Japan, their standard is above 400. That's a normal range. And the optimal levels, I would say, would be, I don't know, somewhere between 700 and 1,000. That's where I'd want to be. But unfortunately, I'm at 376.
Man, I look like Tim Van Ellis. Anyway, when you get injections, your level goes up 1,000 up to 2,000. It just ramps it right up there. And then when you stop the injections, the level's coming down. So Natasha's done a test. The levels are coming down from like 1,000, 2,000 down to 376. Again, tested then. She's still deficient in her own words. She's eating animal products after a year, still B12 deficient. So get back on the injections if you're worried about B12 levels. Definitely.
There have been studies showing that, especially in my particular situation, I had open heart surgery as a child, and there have been studies linking issues with anyone that's had any kind of heart surgery with taking vitamin B12 injections, that it can actually be quite dangerous. So,
and had open heart surgery as a child, and now you're eating a diet based on animal products. Open heart surgery, heart disease, animal products, saturated fat, cholesterol. I don't know about that. And eating animal products for heart health, it's like, man, if you consider yourself a health professional and you've had heart surgery and now you're eating animal products, that's like trying to clean windows with a baseball bat.
I had open heart surgery as a child. I eat animal products every single day, and even maybe sometimes every meal. I had open heart surgery as a child. I had open heart surgery as a child. I eat animal products every single day, and even maybe sometimes every meal.
That's hilarious. My suggestions for Natasha would be change your channel name. Raw Radiant Health doesn't apply to you anymore. You're not a raw food advocate anymore. Get rid of that channel and take down the cherries. Put up a picture of a dead cow or a slaughtered chicken, because that's more along the lines you're promoting these days. Slaughtered chicken in a lettuce leaf. Secondly, if you're serious about health, read the China study, read 80-10-10, get back on the B12 shots if you got low levels, look up Dr. Esselstein's reversing heart disease, get on the low fat, high carb, vegan lifestyle, fruits your friend, watch my videos. So I've seen this happen many times. Someone, gets tested first time ever in their life for B12. They come up low. They don't know if they're going up or down, or they've got a history of Crohn's disease like Natasha's had, I've covered in previous videos. And then they start doing injections, and then they start eating animal products, and they get tested, and then they go, wow, my B12s are really, they've gone up. And it's like, yeah, man, it's the injections. It's not the animal products, because if it was, then nobody who ate animal products would have low B12 levels. But we see that 39% of the US has low B12 levels. And look how many animal products are here. So when people say, oh, I've got B12 issues, so I need to eat animal products because I was vegan or whatever, vegetarian, it's like, man, it ain't the case at all. Have a look at the science. Read this book.
Which is better than 86, and it means that my B12 levels are going up, and that is from the food that I'm eating.
Well, my body's absorbing the animal products, so that's the reason why my B12 levels are a little bit higher than they used to be. No, Natasha, it's the B12 freaking injections, man. You started at 80, you did injections, it went right up to over 1,000, maybe 2,000. You've been eating animal products for the last year, your B12 levels are dropping right down, and they're going to go right down low if you keep off the injections, 100% of the time. I made the prediction, we'll see how it goes in a year's time. I've got a good friend in Australia, and he's been eating raw, 100% raw animal products, organic, wild, roadkill, whatever, man, whatever he can get, he's eating it. Oysters, chickens, maggots in chickens, eggs, milk, dairy, cream, raw butter, the works. Nothing, no holds barred, man. This is like the Tony Bourdain of raw food world. Anyway, so my mate, after a decade of eating raw animal products, he's still got this low B12 level. We tested in March this year, 2011. So now he's on the injections. His levels went whoosh, jacked through the roof. So after a decade of eating animal products, still got low B12. Interesting. I mean, this happens to 100% of my friends who they stop being vegan, they start eating animal products, and they get their B12 levels checked, and nothing happens. It might go up 20 or 30 points, which is nothing. Even 200 points is nothing. It's nothing at all, especially when you're deficient. So that experiment proves that animal products don't provide B12 sufficiency, because if they did, then only 100% of B12 deficient people, they'd be vegan. But that's not the case at all. It's not the case at all. Read the science, do the homework, and we'll see that actually the people who consume the most animal products also consume the most B12 supplements. I.e., elite bodybuilders, I know Olympic athletes do B12 shots and they're not even vegan, things like that. So it's a quite interesting little study there. So the objective experiment would have been to just say eating animal products and see where B12 goes. It's not going to even shift, it might go 20, it might even go down. When you start doing injections, man, that's going to jack your levels right up. So what Natasha's done is she's jacked her levels up with injections, then she started testing. And you think, oh wow, look, it's the animal products that work. So no, Natasha, it's the freaking injections. If you got tested sooner, your levels would have been over 1,000. I guarantee. I'd put money on it. If you've been tested, a year later, so your levels on the way down. And if you don't get more injections, you're going to be more B12 deficient than you already are on your animal-based diet. All right. So bottom line, B12 deficiencies can occur in anybody across the board. Go and ask your doctor, ask the nurses, ask the pathologists, ask the local lab, ask the local Olympic athletes on the track, ask anyone. We live in a stressful society, polluted society, sterile society. Everything's washed, cleaned, thrashed, processed, cooked, microwaved, irradiated. I'm sitting in an airport now. It's just sterile in here. You can smell the chemicals and just breathing it all in. That's just part of living in 2011. I deal with it. So bottom line, B12 injections work 100% of the time. Animal products never work, because if animal products worked in raising B12 and preventing B12 deficiencies, we wouldn't see B12 deficiencies in meat eaters. But we see it in meat eating dogs. You can take your dog to the vet get checked for B12. Your meat eating cat can get B12 deficiency. So people like Natasha who are coaching people, I'm amazed at like people would go to this sort of low level of coaching because the teacher doesn't even know anything. It's like that YouTube video that the guy's learning kickboxing from the guy that couldn't break the stick. You seen that when he's kicking this stick, he's like, this is how you do it. You kick the stick and the stick's not snapping. So I'm a big fan of taking advice and people getting results you desire. Secondly, if you're going to do the B12 experiment, you got to get B12 serum done, homocysteine, urine, MMA before you can make any conclusions. Natasha's jumping up and down going, wow, like I ate some meat and it reversed my B12 deficiency. Yet, I've still got B12 deficiency based on my low level of 370. Even Natasha acknowledges that. And Natasha's did B12 injections a year ago, so she got her levels jacked right up, and they're coming on the way down. And now she makes a video going, well, my body's absorbing them, it must be working. You should do it too. You should stop being a vegan, you should stop listening to your heart. You should support the killing of animals and the destruction of the rainforest to make more grass-fed and the raping of the oceans in the South China Sea. You should support that because your B12 levels might go up. Actually, they don't go up. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just like flaky and ditzy. You know, it's like, come on, man, let's stand for something. Enough of the subjective nonsense.
And everything's working, so I'm so happy. And so I'm wishing you all a fabulous, fabulous day. And I will see you soon. Bye.